Welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor Schneider and I am Awakened Medium. On this channel, I hope to inspire, I hope to create, and I hope to become just as all of you who are tuning in. May everybody find great belief within themselves as they become all that they were born to be. And may I hold this platform for everybody who is ready to show up and make a change. Welcome and enjoy the show. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm coming on by myself today to do a little talk about mediumship. So I'm going on a decade of being tapped in, tuned in, and embodying my mediumship, which I feel like I just need to talk more about it because there has been a very limited belief around mediumship. And for some reason, the collective still really believes in that limited belief. So here's the reason why a lot of people are hesitant to tap into their mediumship abilities or develop their gifts is because, we have this belief system that to be a medium, you have to talk to the dead. You're a messenger of the dead. You awaken the dead for the living. And, there's a lot of like bad mojo about it, you could say. Now, that's not mediumship at all. And for the last 10 years, I've been trying to, or working hard to shift the belief system around mediumship. Now, if you've taken one of my programs, you probably know it is not at all what you maybe came in and thought mediumship would be for you or would do for you. It's actually a lifestyle. Mediumship is about tapping in, tuning in to the unseen realms, basically, of this consciousness, because we live in the physical vibration. The unseen realms are the spiritual vibrations. This is where we can find access to loved ones for sure, but also to higher self, to the parallel lives we're living and experiencing right now, to our masters, our guides, to like bigger, more infinite parts of who we are. And so if we're only tuned into this physical vibration, we are so limited with what we're able to see, believe, understand, experience, embrace. So mediumship is basically the ability to open up and become the channel to the unseen realms of existence. Now, you don't have to take mediumship and develop it to share it with the world. You can take it and develop it to share it with yourself, to advance you in your growth and becoming. Now, I have some of the most successful people take this mediumship program to step deeper into who they are, deeper into their wealth, their growth, their becoming, understand deeper at the soul levels of their being, why they're so sensitive, what their ability is all about, and being able to really grow it, really water that part of themselves. I do believe that the spiritual essence of who we are is the base, is the core of our being. And if we can learn how to grow and develop it and open it up, it's like this beautiful center of the flower that's able to blossom and grow into every other part of the flower, of the stem, of who we are, of what we're able to bring into creation in this lifetime. So, mediumship is a gift because when you understand how to open it and be in connection and flow with it, it is a gift for your life, a gift for your development, a gift for your human, as well as the soulful versions of yourself, because you find development in all ways. Now, when you do develop mediumship, you have to be willing to look at the unseen parts of yourself, the conditioning, the outdated belief systems, the ways you've limited your own life, the ways your fear has gotten in the way from your greatest potentials. You basically have to catch yourself in a lot of your own bullshit and be willing to look at the darker parts of yourself. Now, we always think like darker parts means like the ghost parts of ourself, which maybe that'll come forward as your shadow self, but also it's like the limited parts of yourself, the fear-based parts of yourself, the parts of yourself that you're scared to show, to be seen, because what if the world doesn't accept me for that part of who I am, right? And so mediumship really allows you to see from expanded angles of your being, of your existence, the part of yourselves you're resisting, the part of yourselves you're not stepping into, to integrate, to bring in wholeness and oneness so you can advance further in this human journey, right? We are all souls just here for a temporary amount of time on this human journey. And so if we can learn to advance and tap into the soulful parts of ourselves, we will grow who we are, who we're able to become. And we won't just be here on this journey. We're going to be here to like conquer it, to own it, to honor it, to break the old cycles, to, advance our DNA, upgrade into our potential, our soulful potential. Because our human is so limited, because we live in this human realm, it's so based on fear, that if this is the only angle we tap into, we feel very limited. We feel the pressures. We feel the anxieties. We suffer with the depressions. We don't feel good physically. We have so many physical ailments. And that's because we're not tuning in and tapping into the energy beyond our physicality. It's available to us all. We all have a divine team. Whether you've had many people pass in this physical lifetime or not, you have a spiritual divine team made up of guides, masters, parallel lives, higher selves. There's so many different versions of you out in the spiritual realms of existence that are here to activate and guide you and help elevate you through this human experience. And if we don't have access to that, I mean, this life can be very limited. So, what I've done through the 10 years is elevated significantly. And had I not, just jumped all into my mediumship, I wouldn't be able to look back from the last 10 years and see my progress, embrace my progress, see how much I've grown and shifted and transformed, not only just in the spiritual versions of myself, but even physically. I look different, I talk different, I step into my power differently. I'm able to show up in bigger stages around more people. I feel more advanced in what I know, in the information I can deliver. I'm so connected via my spiritual channel that I will show up with no plans and be able to, give people exactly what they need. And that's because I'm going with a connection beyond my physical self. I am inviting forward from the higher realms to guide me through the experiences. So not only do I elevate, but I can elevate the collective or the consciousness I'm working with. So to be a medium is basically to be a channel with the unseen realms of existence. And it's all about learning your senses and developing further through your, imagination. I often journey people via meditation. I mean, any program you've ever taken, you're going to become a master in meditation with me, because that is how we get out of the conscious reality and into the subconscious and unconscious states of existence, where we're really able to see beyond the fear based. We're really able to see beyond the veil, beyond the physicality, and really tune in, tap into the spiritual realms of existence. The more you advance via meditation, the deeper you can go, the more you'll unpack and reveal. I mean, at this point of my life, 10 years into my mediumship, my channel connection, my meditation, I'm going deep. I'm going into very high realms and low realms of existence, finding, reclaiming, unlocking, revealing different parts of my power, different parts of my potential, the next step that I'm ready for, the next step I'm ready to emerge into. I mean, it's all about personal development and stepping deeper into the growth zones and being able to embody discomfort, because we know that we're headed in the right direction, and this is all a part of the path and the plan. And we feel those puzzle pieces kind of coming together, even though sometimes it looks different than how we once envisioned or imagined it would be. It's often even better, even greater than our imagination could allow ourselves to see, because, again, even when we're in connection, there's often that human parts of ourselves that are still bringing in that fear energy, or still kind of enabling that connection, that maybe it can't be that good or that great. And it often is. It's often mind blowing what I've been able to bring into creation after I've been in connection, to see, kind of the idea of it. And then to see it kind of come into fruition is so powerful. my podcast, my speaking, my subscription, all these things once started as just a little seed that was shown to me and delivered to me via meditation or via my channeled connection. And through time, the seed's been watered, it's grown into fruition. I've now seen it come into physical form, how, the different people have been able to come forward to help me elevate through what I'm bringing into creation. And it just becomes this beautiful harmony that, as long as I'm aligning with purpose and path and soul development, it's coming into fruition here in physicality, in physical form, because our spiritual and physical is really mirrors of reality that we're going to be able to create between the unseen realms as well as the physical realms, the seen realms. So it's so powerful to develop your mediumship, to step deeper into your spirituality, because it's the base of who we are. It's the soulful versions of ourselves. And so most of this human experience is about letting go of what we aren't so we can step deeper into who we really are, to step deeper into our light, embodying not only our light, but our darkness, and allowing our dark to be seen, and acknowledging and allowing that, we don't have to show up as these perfect beings, that we have it all together. Matter of fact, the more we show up real and authentic, the more we're going to bring other people along for this journey, because we recognize, like, perfection is no such thing. Matter of fact, I feel most connected to the people who are just, you swear, you tell me that your life's been difficult, you tell me that this energy is fucking wild right now, whatever it is. I love you kind of people, because you're real and you're raw and you're truthful, and you're not trying to hide or project that you are only light. There is dark and light in all of us, and it's time that we find balance and harmony between both sides of ourselves, right? I remember even when I started this practice, the unseen, darker realms weren't talked about. It was always about advancing into the higher realms, right? Advancing deeper into the light. But we can't advance further into the light if we aren't willing to dive deeper into our darkness, dive deeper into our karma, our past lives, our shadow versions of ourselves, our ego, the parts of ourselves we don't want to accept or don't want to be seen or heard for or acknowledged, the fears that we hold on to. All that stuff has to come into the light to bring balance and duality into our being and who we are, and maybe why we've rejected our power up until this point of our being, right? So I love that this mediumship journey advances us into the unseen parts of ourselves that need to be developed and heard and understood in order for us to feel more whole and one in our human self. Now, our humans are basically vessels, channels, portals for this information to come forward. And so the more we step into our spiritual connection, especially via mediumship and being that channel that we are, the more we can bring to fruition creation, the more we can help humankind, mankind develop into the spiritual essence of who they are, because we are all portals of the universe. We are all, light bodies here to channel through and bring information that maybe has never been heard of up until this point. And so when you hold back or you resist parts of your purpose or parts of the creation that you feel called to step into right now, you're actually resisting your call by the universe. The universe is pushing you through this discomfort and through this growth zone, because they're saying you are this vessel, you are this portal for this new life, for this advancement in mankind, in this human dimension. And so the more you step into your spiritual development and advancement with the vibrations you're able to access and enter via physicality and as well via spirituality, you're going to up level and be able to receive more, expand more, understand more. And it's so powerful, like I said, to reflect even where I was 10 years to where I am now, what I understand now versus what I understood 10 years ago. And it's not that the information has really significantly shifted. It's just expanded. What I knew then was just a little piece of the puzzle. And what I know now really is starting to come into this big, beautiful picture. And it does make sense. It is making sense. I've understood now why I've went down those paths and those journeys, why I've had to go through those harder experiences, right? And that's another belief system around mediumship, right? Like if you're developed, then you shouldn't have to go through hardship. Well, no, that's not really a part of it. If you're developed, you are still here on this human journey. You are still a student learning and growing and advancing. So you're going to go through hardship, but you're going to have the tools and the ability and the connection and the channel to get through the hardship that you're embodying so that you can get to the lighter side of life again, so that you might ebb for a period of time, but flow will always follow. And that's just a kind of a part of understanding what surrender feels like and trusting in the unfoldment and just being able to allow the universe to guide us through this journey and experience. But understanding every one of us who are physically alive, none of us have come here because we're complete masters. We are all here to learn and embody and engage in this human experience and be portals to the universe and bring into creation, what we're ready to learn, what others are ready to learn and grow and advance in around us. So there's just such a calling to this development right now. That's such a calling to embody who we truly are at the soulful parts of our being. And so if you've ever felt like you've wanted to develop, you've thought about developing your spiritual side of things, you've wanted to step deeper into your mediumship, now is a very powerful time to do so, because now more than ever we're opening up. The collective is seeing beyond the veil of fear. Matter of fact, we feel the veil lifting, and we are understanding that there is a higher version of ourselves guiding us, that our dreams and our imagination is kind of in connection to our third eye, into our intuition, into an advancement of our soul. And so the more we can allow ourselves to just dream and be and allow for playfulness and joy in our life, the more we're going to embody this next version of who we are. So that's about mediumship. I mean, that's it wrapped up in one little gift there, if any of that made sense to you. I just feel like the collective needed to understand that mediumship is so much more than we've ever been sold to believe. And I don't care if you ever take a program through me, or you read a book on it, or you choose to develop it in your own way just by simply welcoming it forward through your spiritual guides. However you want to develop it, just do it for yourself. Do it for yourself, because you will never regret how it will be able to elevate and expand you and ascend you into all these next parts of yourself that you're ready to step into by being in connection to the realm beyond our physicality, right? So if you want to get started on this journey, there's lots of things you can do. Like I said, you can read a book, you can take a course, you can just tap into it within yourself. You can call forward guides via your own meditative experience and ask that they help you develop your channeled connection. But it's so wonderful to have that external support to help you dive into it, because sometimes when we're tuning into something that we're not fully aware of, there's a lot of little pieces we need to understand, right? Now, if this is something you wonder, like, do I actually have this gift and ability? I want to remind you, everyone has this gift and ability. Only some choose to harness it and use it. It's just like singing. Everyone can sing, but some people are better singers than others. And that's because of practice and development. And part of their purpose is to develop the spiritual side of who they are, right? That's the same for you. Or part of the purpose of the singer is because they're meant to be singers. So they're going to work on it and develop it and become the singers that they're meant to be. Now, that's the same for you. If you've always been drawn to spirituality, matter of fact, if you're listening to this podcast today and you've listened this far, then yeah, you are connected to spirituality. You have the mediumship ability within you, and you just need to learn how to kind of bring that connection forward and embody that channeled energy. So, reach out to me if you need some guidance around where to get started. I mean, I definitely have 3 programs that I run through all the time for people. But like I said, the development is within you. And when you feel ready to embody it, there is people out there that can help you. And you are worth the investment in developing the soulful parts of yourself because, I mean, hello, in the long run, we are a soul before we're a human. And when we're done this human journey, we go back into soul form. So, how we can develop our soul while we're here in this physical journey, I mean, why not? I don't want to go back to what I've done. I don't want to have to repeat. I want to repair and ascend and move forward and up level so that the next journey can be even more expansive than this current journey I'm on. Okay, everybody, take care. All the best and talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to Awakening Within with myself, Taylor Schneider. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. If you are interested in working with me at a deeper soul level, visit my website, awakenmedium.com, and see if there's a course or possibly one of my subscriptions that feels called to you. My subscriptions are community-based, helping you grow and become in all ways possible, as well as guiding you through deep levels of meditation.